rejected because he didn't know who his father is. But the dejection is not giving up his honesty. Please understand. I'll tell something about this. There's so many situations we've been kept in this material. At every moment, we can either accept or we can reject. Just like mind, the nature of the mind is sankalpa and vikalpa. That means you accept or reject. Likewise, we've been kept in so many situations in this world. At every situation in this world or a circumstance, we have an opportunity to take the truth in one way or reject the truth. Please understand. That means either you accept or reject. Through your acceptance and rejection, your progress actually depends. Here, the child also had an opportunity to speak lie, stating that, oh, my father is a farmer, or my father is this, my father is that. But interestingly, he did not do that. But the truth which his mother told dejected him because he was very low, very down to earth. But that did not give up his quality which he has, this is honesty. So he took that chance, he took that opportunity. Next day, he would go to the spiritual teacher, understanding that that is the last time he'll be meeting that person because this child is really very, he wanted to learn. He had that desire to learn. He was dejected because he didn't know who his father was. And he knows that somehow he's feeling that the spiritual teacher will not accept me because I'm from a low family, and my mother is a prostitute. How can he accept whose mother is a prostitute? That means we have done sinful activities. My mother has done sinful activity. How can this person will accept? And this person is supposed to take spiritual education. So he's thinking about that. He's thinking about that, and then he's feeling that this is the last time, but I will go and tell the truth as is. So he goes to the teacher and then he conveys his heart. He expressed his heart this way. And the spiritual teacher was so pleased with this child. Because why the spiritual teacher is pleased with the child is, the devotees, please understand here, the core principle to actually accept Krishna consciousness is honesty. And that this child has immensely. Because the child doesn't know who that person is. The child doesn't have a relationship with that spiritual master or his guru or the teacher, doesn't have any relationship with him. But the child was very open to express his heart. Is it not something special here about this? Whenever I think about this, I always feel that this is the delimiter between a conditioned state and the soul who's aspiring to become Krishna conscious. This is the delimiter check. If we somehow cross this delimiter check, then the gateway to understand Krishna consciousness will be intensified. The moment this child told the teacher that this is what I am, wow, the teacher embraced him. Then he said, I will teach you the science of Krishna consciousness. I will teach you this science. The child was so happy because who would really understand the science? It's not like personalities who are born in a Brahminical family. It's not like personalities who are well trained, who are educated, so well qualified. It's not like personalities who have who have who have PhD degrees. It's not those personalities who will understand Krishna consciousness. A person with a simple heart, a person with a heart or the consciousness which is ready to give, ready to accept, or ready to do something for the well-being of the other person. So these are the very beautiful qualities which actually help the sadhaka to actually take this sense. Now, one time, Mataji goes to a spiritual master, and she heard in the class, in the discussion, that if you intensely pray to Lord Govinda, Govinda will manifest, and then you can ask your desires. Now she heard that. And then she was going in the forest collecting some wood, to collect some wood. She collected the wood. And then when she's coming back, she's little tired. And then she had to put the wood log on the floor. Then she remembers the instruction of the teacher that if you intensely pray to the Lord, if your desire is genuine, Lord will directly come and help you. And then she prayed with that motive, just like because my teacher told me, let me do that. And this Mataji, to her utter surprise, she prayed to the Lord, and then the Lord came, Govinda. He came and he started asking, yes, you called me, and then I came. What do you want? At this moment, she told, put the log back on my head. Working on the material plane is exactly like this. That means, what is the working on the material plane? Working on the material plane means we are asking the Lord for our own things. Just like this Mataji is asking, she could have asked, my dear Lord, take me to the spiritual world. The Lord would have taken her to the spiritual world. She could have asked something else. She could have asked, my dear Lord, please give me pure devotion. He would have given. But what she asked, she was asking the same thing which she is continuing in her life. So she called the Lord for some solace because she was unable to lift the log. Sometimes simplicity is good, sometimes it is bad. In this example, it is very clear that it is not. Because if you know something, you should know it fully. We cannot know half. This is what exactly happened. And then the Lord fulfilled her desire. Because Lord is Bhavagrahi Janardhan. Whatever desire you have, He will fulfill. That's why, especially after coming to Krishna consciousness, we should be very clear what kind of desires are what. What kind of desires are. I'm expecting because the Lord is always watching. Especially He would watch His devotees more closely than everyone else. Because that is His nature. Because whoever wants to come closer to Him, His full radar is on us. Please understand this, dear devotees. At every moment, Lord is there with us. This is also one of the core reasons of trying to come closer to the Lord who's sitting in our heart as Paramatma. The Lord sitting in our heart as Paramatma is watching our moves, watching our endeavors, watching our requests, watching our desires. Or what kind of request am I expecting? Just like Prahlad Maharaj, he also has some expectations. Or what is the expectation he has? He shared that expectation also to the Lord Himself. I want to see you at every moment. I want to see you at every place. And then he cried for that also. It's an expectation. No doubt that's a great desire. And the Lord fulfilled also that desire. That means in Krishna consciousness, what is our expectation is also very important. What is our expectation is very, very important. If I don't understand what's my expectation, then my knowledge will not be complete. Just like that Mataji who was asking the Lord, put the log back. The expectation is not complete. But here on the other side, The child, he didn't know anything, but he just followed the words. Here also, this Mataji followed the words, but she had a desire to fulfill that words. Please understand. You see the difference? The child didn't have anything. There's a difference. There's a difference of seeing Krishna consciousness. There's a difference of understanding this science. I remember this beautiful pastime. Srila Prabhupada, when he goes to Vrindavan with his spiritual master, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, on the last day of the yatra, they have to come back from Vrindavan after that day. His spiritual master gave two options to everyone. He said, I'm going to give you two options. You can go to this temple at this time, or you can stay here and then hear what I say, because I'm going to be speaking. Actually, Prabhupada quotes this multiple times. And Prabhupada says, he says, all his disciples and followers, most of them, 95%, they went to the temple to take darshan. But only very few percentage, very few devotees were there with Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And Srila Prabhupada was one among them. And Srila Prabhupada tells later that my spiritual master didn't like all of them to go there. Because he told us, what do you see the deities if your consciousness is not right? It's only an exercise to the eyes. You should cultivate your consciousness in such a way that the Lord would see you. This is the beauty. That means here Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is telling, Prabhupada quoted this multiple times, he's telling that develop that consciousness that the Lord wants to see you. Develop that qualities. Titiksava Karanika Sarada Sarvadena Majatava Shatrava Shanta Sadava Sadhubhushana. For example, if I don't have that qualities, if I don't cultivate that quality, if I don't have that consciousness, what will I see? For example, if I don't have the right consciousness, what will I go and see in Vrindavan or Mayapur or Jagannath Puridam or Tirupati or Ahobilam? What will I see? Or Rameshwaram or Ayodhya? What will I see? Because the consciousness is not right. There's a very beautiful conversation between His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and it's many years back, 20 years back, with a politician. I think she's from the Gandhi family, someone. So that politician was actually telling, I think it was she, that politician, she was telling Maharaj that, you know, Maharaj, we've been spending thousands and millions of rupees to clean up these rivers, especially the Mother Ganges. This has been polluted again and again. I don't know the reason why this has been done. No idea. I don't know why this is happening. We are investing year after year, year after year, year after year, so much money. We're spending so much money, but I'm getting frustration. This has been, people are not understanding the importance of the rivers. And they're polluting it again and again. And he said a very important statement, which is very vital for every one of us. What he said was, he said, Mataji, no matter for the next 20 years, you repeat the same thing. It will be like puna puna charvita charvina, chewing the chewed. That means they will continue to dump waste and the rivers will be polluted. But what we have to do is, rather than working on that, we have to work on the hearts. We have to work on the consciousness. We have to work on the core principle, the core problem. We have to address that core problem. If the person is affected with kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsara, then how can he understand the importance of this? He will never understand that. Likewise, if a sadhaka, he knows that he's been afflicted by these anarthas, naturally the mind will deviate. Naturally, the mind will wander, just like we see the wandering of the mind through chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. Oh, what is the solution for that? That is the solution only. That chanting is the solution. The Shravana is the solution. Hearing about the glories of the Lord, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Evam Yoveti Tattvataha, Taktva Deham Punarjanma, Naiti Mameti Sarjana. When we continuously hear, what happens? Our consciousness is changing. He said, Amar, rather than working on the external by cleaning up the rivers, we have to try to clean our hearts. When we begin, and try to clean our hearts, then we begin thinking about ourselves, about the nature, about others, through the lines of the Lord. Because when the heart is cleaned, when the heart is cleansed, we become connected to the Lord. That means the connection with the Supreme Lord has been established. Through that establishment, what is happening? You get taste also. You get taste to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. You feel sheltered. You feel recognized internally in your heart. Nobody has to recognize you externally. You feel yourself sheltered within your heart. You feel satisfied. You feel happy. Nobody has to make us, give us something to feel us satisfied. We ourselves can be satisfied. We are Atmaram. The Lord has given us that status. Brahmabhuta prasannatmana sochitna shati. That means the state of Brahmabhuta is given to us. How? When we continue the process without any deviation, without any obstruction. For example, if my consciousness is not good, that's why I always say this. I always put myself this question. What is my consciousness? Where will I go? What will I see? What can I take the darshan? I don't have right attitude. What can I take? But if my spiritual master tells, no, you should go, should take darshan, then through their blessings and mercy, you'll go and take darshan. Because through them, we know what to do, how to approach, what to see, what not to see, how not to see. How do we see? How do we see? How do we put our consciousness in that? When we are going in Vrindavan, we see all muddy water, all filthy places. How do I see that? What is my perspective to that? How can I see that? How can I see great jewels in that also? That we require consciousness. For that we require training. With that training we have to. Not that I'm not saying that we shouldn't go. We should aspire. That is our life. What is Vrindavan? What is Vrindavan? It's Golaka, spiritual world. But do we have the attitude? When we go to Vrindavan, or do we have that attitude that it is a spiritual world? We should aspire for that. And then not just that, that Vrindavan is actually sitting in the heart also. But Vrindavan is manifested in the heart also. Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Radha Damodarji, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govinda, Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Damodar. 7 prominent deities. Hey, well set in the heart. When? When you become pure soul, free from all contamination, free from all the anarthas of this world. For that, we have to work very hard. The first thing we have to do is we have to be free from this duplicity, duplicitous mentality, which we learn through this example. Then that spiritual master named that child as Satya Kama Jabala. Hare. He's spoken Satya, that's why he's named as Satya. Because he's truthful, honest. Kama means desire. He has no ulterior desire to understand the truth. That is another important aspect. What is Jabala? Her mother name is Jabala. So the spiritual teacher added her mother also into that. Because her mother is also very honest. They are devotees. An honest mother, honest child. The mother is doing, might be doing a lowly job, might be breaking the regulative principles through the job, but her heart was very simple. Heart was very honest. Just like Narada Muni in his previous life, her mother, she was she was doing a lowly job. She's a maid servant. But she pleased the Mahabhagavatas. How? When Mahabhagavatas came to that particular place to stay for 4 months, she was actually serving them genially. They were so pleased with her. So externally, it doesn't matter where we are, what situation we are we born in a Brahmanical family, or we are born in South India or North India, or we are born in Bengal. No, no. These are not the qualifications. The qualification is I really want to take up the science of Krishna consciousness. Krishna, the three aspects, right? Krishna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Want to accept that fully. Two, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none different than Krishna. Means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna only who came 535 years ago, came personally. And Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is our savior. And by following his words, and we'll come back to God. So the Maharaj, he was telling that these three things have to be addressed. I remember my spiritual master telling about this. It's a very important aspect. What is it is, our thoughts, they come in different ways, dear devotees. So many thoughts come with the mind. When the mind is through chanting and the mind is idle, when the mind is not doing any services, so many thoughts will come. During the services also so many thoughts will come. But when our absorption is focused, that means if you understand the nature of the mind, you don't get bewildered. Yes, no doubt, the mind will tell so many things. You check this, you check that, you read this, you read that. Did you switch off the light? Did you close the door? It will tell so many things. Check the time, how many rounds I've completed. And you'll see the Sakshi Mala. It's a natural thing. It's a natural thing when the consciousness is not fully absorbed. And what is the solution for that? Applying the same thing in the consciousness. There's no other solution. Applying the same thing. What is applying the same thing? Just chant Hare Krishna or just read. If you are given the service of reading, just read. If you are given the service of discussing or sharing or taking care of some other service, taking care of your family members, just be absorbed in what you are doing and do it for the pleasure of the Lord. An important aspect of Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga means what is Buddhi Yoga? You do it for the pleasure of the Lord. So Prabhupada is mentioning here. Very interesting. Prabhupada says, one who works for the satisfaction of the Lord only, however difficult such work may be, is working under the principles of Buddhi Yoga and finds himself always in transcendental bliss. So what is he doing? He's working. Working through what? Through Buddhi. That means he's using his intelligence. That means intelligence has to be sharpened, more sharpened than the brain, than the mind. Because if the mind is dominating, intelligence is not powerful, is not power. Cannot have that strength. But if the intelligence is strong, stronger than the mind, then what happens is, then there's a problem. Then that is what the Buddhi Yoga is. That means your consciousness is so much immersed that you only see Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. There's no other meaning. Hare Krishna, 1 second here. So this thing we have to see. So the more we see this, the more we are absorbed in the process, the more it is beneficial. Very, very important. So please understand, dear devotees, this Buddhi Yoga is not something ordinary. The Buddhi Yoga is cultivated when we continuously be absorbed in the words of the Acharyas. That means when we understand our Acharya, Srila Prabhupada, they are our savior, and then lead our life according to their words. So Prabhupada is mentioning here, however difficult such work may be, is working under the principles of Buddhi Yoga, find himself always in transcendental knowledge. That means, however difficult that work may be, that means if you are working for Krishna, however difficult that may be, you'll get all the blessings. That's the secret. Work for Krishna. Give to Krishna. Very important. Lead your life in such a way that you are there for him only. That you are there for Srila Prabhupada. There's nothing else. Because that is a perfect Buddhi Yoga. Through that Buddhi Yoga only, one will come to that state. Come to that state of what? Perfect consciousness. And that comes as a mercy. It's not like here we are doing that through our doing, we will receive that. No, no, no. It's by their mercy. Buddhi yoga is what? Connection. Connection with the Supreme Father. Through that connection, what is happening? Your knowledge is intensifying. That is buddhi, right? Buddhi means what? Buddhi means knowledge. And that knowledge becomes realized knowledge. Why? Because you're working for that core person. Now, through that knowledge, what is happening? Everything is manifesting. You're becoming happy. When you see happy devotees, wherever, wherever you go, because you're seeing through consciousness. Please understand, I always think about this. If we continuously see or put our consciousness in such a way that we are seeing through the lens of the acharyas and the spiritual master, then this place is Vishwam Purnam Sukhale. Whatever you do, wherever you are, doesn't matter, India, US, Africa, America, doesn't matter, wherever we are, our consciousness will be so happy. Why? Because we will not seeing through our lens. Because our lens is polluted. That doesn't matter. Our lens can be polluted, this, that, we might have Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara, it doesn't matter, but we are seeing through their lens, we are so much absorbed in their words, in their Vani, then that is a hope. But on the other side, when we see this world, is there any hope in this world? I don't see any hope in this world. Because this is not your home. Who said this is your home? This is not your place. This is your place, you'll be happy. Why you are in miserable condition? We are in miserable condition because this is not our place. We don't belong here. Do we belong in the restroom or do we belong in the jail? No, we don't belong in the jail. We go to restroom to finish our business and then come out. We stay in the hall, we stay in the kitchen to cook, or in the night we go to the bedroom and sleep. We don't sleep in the restroom. That is not our place. Right? Likewise, do we stay in the jail? No, we go to the jail just to correct our consciousness. After that is when we have to come out. Likewise, this material world is like that. We don't have to do so much investment, so much manifestation, so much. We don't have to dwell so much into this. Because this is a different plane. You know why sadhus they leave everything? They understand. Why they take sannyas? They understand. There's nothing here. They realize there's nothing here. They give up everything, they're happy. They discuss leelas, pastimes, why they're bliss, they're in bliss. They're in complete absorption. They're fully Krishna conscious. Through their association, they give us mercy. And through that mercy, what is happening? But we have to, whoever applies, they will relish. One time I remember a devotee was asking question to His Radhana Swami Maharaj. So the question is, Maharaj, I've been practicing Krishna consciousness in 15, 20 years. And I've been preaching by the mercy of the Vaishnavas as a service. I've been preaching through your blessings and prayers. I've been continuing to do that service, but I've been observing something. There's this one devotee who started attending classes. This devotee became so advanced, and his realizations and reflections are so deep that I never get those, I never received those realizations, reflections in my life. Oh, I told him, I spoke, but he's getting greater realizations. Maharaj, how should I take this? Because I'm not yet there. Should I stop preaching? What should I do? What is my solution? And then how do I go deeper into Krishna consciousness? And to give a beautiful answer here. The answer is Krishna, through the mercy of the spiritual master. Why I'm telling this to the mercy of the spiritual master is, no doubt Krishna sends, but the association of the spiritual master in pure souls, through their association, they get so much inspiration and motivation. Because what is whose spiritual master is a representative of Srimati Radharani. Internal energy is also the representative Balramji, who is the Chaitya Guru, who is the Adi Guru. Nityananda, the spiritual master is representative of the Nityananda. Because Nityananda is who is Nityananda? Balramji. So through their mercy, this devotee is doing great. That is great. And he said immediately, sir, you should actually appreciate the devotee in your heart. Because he's taking the sense very nicely. And if you become envious of the devotee, your Krishna consciousness will be doomed. Rather becoming envious with the devotee, appreciate that. And don't get dejected that you're not getting realizations. And don't leave yourself. You continue doing preaching. Maharaj said your question is very honest. Because you're sharing your heart. And he said continue. Because this honesty is required. No doubt, today you might not get those reflections. But this honesty will take you to that path. Why? Because that pure soul is praying for this. See, dear devotees, how deep the connection is. The devotee is expressing his desire, his heart. He wanted to become pure. He wanted to get those reflections, realizations. That's great. Because those reflections, realizations will be helpful in his service to the spiritual master. No doubt the devotee who's actually hearing from him is getting benefited because he is openly hearing, he's open heart. He's not doing any calculations. He's not calculating whether this person is this or that, or is he this guru, that guru, is he a GBC. He's doing no calculations. He's saying, Krishna has given me this person. Let me hear. Krishna has given me this source. Let me do. Krishna has given me this path. Krishna has chosen me through him. Let me accept. Let me understand this much and move forward. Let me try to develop a relationship. Now that person who's actually hearing, he's understanding all of these things. Now person who's actually speaking, he is also having good attitude. See, dear devotees, in both win-win situations. What is the core reason? This person is not having enemy, and that person is not having duplicit mentality to the person from whom he is hearing. He's clean. It means he's simple and genuine. Very, very important. This duplicity is actually very dangerous. What is this duplicity? Having one thing in the heart, expressing something else in the heart. Not never should be done. I know you don't do it, but we should always check our heart. We should never do this, never repeat this. Because what is Krishna consciousness leader? What is? When we see Arjuna's reciprocation to the Lord, that we will understand what this Krishna consciousness is. That's why if you understand chapter 1, you'll understand Gita. If you don't understand chapter 1, you cannot understand Gita. Because we'll always have a question, "Arey, why am I reading this? Is that because everyone asking me to read? Is that Prabhupada has kept this book, that's why I should read? We should know why we are reading. We should know why, what is the reason of lamentation? Why Arjuna is lamenting? And how is that lamentation connected to me? That means that truth should come to our level. Our level in the sense we should understand that. Truth will never come to our level. We should go to that level. No, that is very important. Through that, what is happening? Slowly but steadily, we are understanding the benefit of the prayers which those personalities are doing. Let me tell you another aspect and then I'll conclude today. Dear devotees, you see thoughts coming, right? Different thoughts coming. One thought is coming, you see that thought as a positive thought. You get dreams also. You get good dreams, bad dreams. One person might get a bad dream, right? He's sleeping. He might get a bad dream. Oh, he's bewildered. You might get a good dream. You might get a good thought. You might get a bad thought. When you get bad thoughts, for example, if you're practicing Krishna consciousness for 10, 15, 20 years, even 30 years, you're getting bad thoughts. Bad desires are coming. Bad thoughts are coming. Simply what you have to do is you have to ignore them. You should understand this is the nature of the mind. And you are not mind. If you understand that you are not mind, you don't mind what the mind is telling. Actually, we shouldn't mind what the mind is telling. For example, let's say you're going on the street. There's a madman, okay, who's speaking something. Let's say he's speaking on you, on us only. Do you mind him? You don't mind, you just go. Or somebody gives a call to you, and then he tells, "Is James available? James, James, James available?" Do you talk to him that who are you? Why you want James? You know who I am. I'm a devotee. My name is not James. My name is Janardhan Das. I'm not James. Do we discuss with him? Or do we put some like meeting with him? Let us do a Zoom call. Let us discuss. How did you receive my number? Do we ask all these things? We just say wrong number and then put it. We should exactly do this with our mind. When the thoughts are not right. Please don't understand that, oh, I've been practicing since so many years. Why my mind is telling these things? Oh, am I not a devotee? Am I not practicing? Am I not chanting or am I not hearing? Or am I not getting up in the morning in the correct way? Don't think all of that. If you're doing all of it, good, it's good, well and good. If you're doing with good consciousness, well and good, do it, continue it. If you have good consciousness, that's good. If you have anarthas, don't worry, they will go. They will not stay. If you're completely absorbed, nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya. Bhagavati Uttama Shloki, Bhaktiru Bhavati Naishtiki. Or if you are observed in this Krishna consciousness, all those things are taken care of. Bhagavata Seva. We are continuously doing Shravan and Kirtan, chanting and hearing. Everything is taken away. So when the mind is telling all those things, it's taken. Some unwanted thought is coming, just taken away. We don't have to speculate on that. We don't have to invest time on that. For this, a lot of mercy is required here. We should pray intensely. Unnecessarily, the thought will come. Let us open the cell phone and then see something. It's not required actually. The mind might tell. We don't have to put our time in that. We don't have to invest. We don't have to invest our strength. If you are free, mind will tell so many things. Don't do that. If you are free, open up Bhagavad Gita. Open up Bhagavatam first sloka. Open up 4.234. Open up Lilamrita. Read Prabhupada's pastimes. That will intensify your consciousness movement. But don't engage in anywhere else. Because these thoughts are very dangerous. Through one thought only, dear devotees. Kamsa, when he heard that the eighth son of Devaki will kill him, by the association of Vasudeva, he agreed not to kill them. But later on, through the association of these demonic personalities, he put them in jail. And then through that association, he started killing every child. That means what is happening earlier, it was not like that. But later, what happened through association, his thoughts changed. Through association, our thoughts will also change. But we should understand what is right thought. And if you get that right thought, please continue to meditate on that. Remember the spiritual master. Remember Srila Prabhupada. Continue to meditate on that more and more. So through that continuous meditation, what is happening? Your consciousness is absorbed, but it is absorbed in the right place. To the right place, right absorption, what do we get? Bhakti. This is Buddhi Yoga. What is Buddhi Yoga? Every step you are doing, you're trying to please Krishna, not pleasing anyone else. Actually, you're dealing with Him only in this world. You're not dealing with anyone else in this world. You're dealing with Him, no one else. The more we understand that, and another interesting aspect, we're actually dealing with our social. We're dealing with our amritas. So the more we address that, the more we'll be shifted. Every day, this should be our consciousness. This should be our thought process. This should be our mentality. Give respect to every person. Advaishto sarabhutanam maitra karuniyocha. You will aspire to give respect. You will find good qualities in every person. Never discuss negative things. Even that person might be a new person who just came. Discuss Krishna Katha with him. Discuss the glories of the Acharyas. Give association, take association. And where you are taking association, you should be very, very careful. Take association at right place. Pure souls. Take pure souls association. Very important. Why? Because dear devotees, what is happening is, when our consciousness is not absorbed in this way, then we get bewildered. As I said, this mind is like a monkey It will jump from one place to the other. It will not remain constant. There is a reason why mind is kept like that, because we have to depend on the one. Mind is chanchal, it will wander so many places. But you have to bring it back. You have to hear. When you hear sincerely, you'll chant also sincerely. You're hearing very sincerely. If you're sincerely hearing with focus, not distracting, writing down everything, trying to understand, trying to assimilate, trying to apply, put the truth. Please understand it. Absorption has to be intensified. Srila Prabhupada's absorption is like that. Vyavasayatmika buddhi eke hai Kurmanda, no other motive. Are he's been through so many difficulties, still he went to America. He knows there is a chance of leaving his body in the Jaladuta. Still he risked his life. Who will risk like that, dear devotee? You don't see devotees leaving Vrindavan also. They don't even go to Mathura. So they don't want to die in Mathura. They want to die in Vrindavan. That's why whoever comes to Vrindavan, they would never go outside Vrindavan. But when Srila Prabhupada came in the temple, the pujari in the temple who gave time, who gave plates to Srila Prabhupada, I don't remember the temple name. But when Srila Prabhupada is leaving Vrindavan, he was shell shocked. He started telling Swamiji, everyone comes to Vrindavan to stay, and now you are leaving. That means Prabhupada is actually leaving what everyone wants to aspire to stay. To please his children. He has no motive in his life. This is his absorption. If we somehow occur when we develop this absorption with them, when we develop that intensified love towards them, that becomes your nature. That is how we chant with feelings. Let me do this. Let me do this. Alright, Prabhupada gave me so much. Let me at least chant my rounds for his happiness. Let me do this for his happiness. Let me please him. I always do this prayer. Every day. Please, please, let me do this. Let me do this. For you, for you, for you. It should be done for you. Because you gave this. It should be done for your pure followers, for my teachers. Hare Krishna. Krishna will not be happy with this consciousness. Krishna will never be happy with duplicitous mentality. Internal one thing, external thing. Whom are we cheating? We are not cheating anyone, we are cheating ourselves. Krishna is displeased with that. And then when a person does aparad, it's like taking a pin and then piercing in the heart of Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Because Krishna doesn't like that, doesn't like that. Never put any devotee down. Respect everyone. And wherever you feel inspired, take that association. Never lose that association. Different levels of association. You don't disrespect anyone. Are Vaishnava, they don't even disrespect ant also, not to speak of other living entities. You don't disrespect anyone. Now that doesn't mean that we take everyone's association. Do I go and embrace tiger? No, I can't do that. I respect tiger from far distance. Because I can't take association of everyone. I take association wherever the Lord is giving me an opportunity. And then when we begin serving those personalities, your bhakti will be intensified. Pranipatena pariprashnana seva. After pariprashna and seva is established, pranipatena approaching him humbly, inquiring, and then doing services. When those services are done, then your heart will transform. You'll jump. Your Krishna consciousness will jump. Nobody has to tell you chant your rounds. Nobody has to tell you have to get up in the morning. Nobody has to tell you have to hear. Nobody has to tell you have to read. Nobody has to tell you have to be absorbed. You will be absorbed. Because what are you doing? You're serving. And why are you serving? Not for my benefit. It's not for any fruitive things. Or if I serve, I'll go to him. I'll go to heavenly planets. I'll enjoy with Ramba, Urvashi, Menaka. and other personalities there and do it and drink somewhere else. Not for that. Not for simply, simply please Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Shiva and Shiva and his wonderful forms. Hare Krishna. I think I'll stop here. Anyone has any questions? Would like to add anything? Would like to share? Hare Krishna. I think I addressed Srimati Mataji's questions a couple of days ago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then Namo Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for wonderfully explaining the art of, especially Prabhuji, the point I like is when you made, whenever we have time, sometimes, I check news or, football score like that. But I think, mention we have to keep a bookmark of these important Bhagavad Gita shlokas or something like that, so we can quickly check that instead of wasting. I was thinking like, oh, I have 5 minutes, why to waste time? Instead of that, that 5 minutes can be used wonderfully in Krishna conscious and improve our consciousness. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Paul. So grateful. Anyone else? Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. Srila Shuru, please take over the call.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class, telling us about Buddhi Yoga so well. Today, we'll sing a bhajan to worship Lord Gauranga. Gundicha Marjanam is coming on Tuesday, and the Lord was cleaning the temple to receive Lord Jagannath. So let's clean our hearts with this bhajan, singing the 108 names of Lord Gauranga. नमस्कृत्य प्रवक्ष्यामि देवदेवं जगद्गुरुं नाम्नामष्टोत्तरशतं चैतन्यमहात्मना विश्वाम्बरो जिता क्रोधो माया मानुषा विग्रह अमायि मायिनां श्रेष्ठो वरदेशो द्विजोत्मा जगन्नाथप्रिया सुता पित्रो भक्तो महामना लक्ष्मीकान्त सचीपुत्र प्रेमादो भक्तवत्सला द्विजप्रियो द्विजवरो वैष्णव प्रणनायका द्विजाति पूजका शान्ता श्रीवास प्रिया ईश्वरा तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गा सिंहग्रीव महाभुजा पीतावासी रक्तापाता षड्भुजोता चतुर्भुजा द्विभुजास्कदा पाणि चक्रीपद्मधारो मला पञ्चजन्यधारा शरङ्गी वेणुपाणिसुरोत्तमा कमलाक्षरा प्रीतो गोपालीलधरो युवा नीलारत्नधरो रूप्या हरिकौस्तुभभूषण श्रीवत्सलचनो बस्वान् मणिदृकाञ्जलोचना ताण्डकानीला श्रीरुद्रा लीलाकारी गुरुप्रिया स्वनामा गुणवक्ता च नमोपदेशदायका अचाण्डाला प्रिया सुधा सर्वप्राणिहिते रता विश्वरूपा नुजा सन्ध्या वातारा सीतालासया निःसीमा करुणो गुप्ता आत्मभक्तिप्रवर्तका महानन्दनाथो नित्या गीता नाम प्रिया कवि आरती प्रिय शुचि शुद्धो भावादो भगवत प्रिया इंद्रादि सर्वलोकेशा वंदिता श्रीपादाम्बुजा न्यासी चूड़ामणि कृष्णा सन्यासारमा पावका चैतन्य कृष्ण चैतन्यो दण्डादृक्न्यस्तादण्डका अवधूत प्रियो नित्यानन्दा षड्भुजदशका मुकुन्द सिद्धिदो दीनो वसुदेवत्मामृतप्रदा गदाधर प्राणनाथ अर्तिहासरणप्रदा अकिञ्चन प्रिया प्राणो गुणग्राहि जितेन्द्रिया अदोषदर्शिषु मुखो मुद्रुक् प्रियदर्शनः प्रतापरुद्रासां त्राता रामानन्द प्रिय गुरु अनंत गुण संपन्न सर्वतीर्थैका पावन वैकुंठनाथो लोकेशो भक्त भीमतारूपद्रे नारायण महायोगी ज्ञान भक्ति प्रदा प्रभु पीयूष वाञ्छना पृथ्वी पावना सत्यवाक्सः ओडदेश जनानन्दी सन्दोत्मृतारूपदृक् यपतेत् प्रतारुतया चैतन्यस्य महात्मना श्रद्धया परो योत्पेता स्तोत्रं सर्वघानाशना प्रेम प्रेम भक्ति हारौ तस्य जायते नत्र संशय आसाद्य रोगायुक्तोऽपि मुच्यते रोगासङ्कते सर्वपरदायुक्तोऽपि सोपरात् प्रमुच्यते फाल्गुनी पौर्णमास्यान्तु चैतन्यजन्मावसरे श्रद्धया पराया भक्त्या महास्तोत्रं जपान् पुरे यद्यत् प्रकुरुते कामान् तत्तदेव चिराल्लभे अपुत्रो वैष्णवां पुत्रां लभते नात्र संशयः अन्ते चैतन्यदेवस्य स्मृतिर्भवति शाश्वती हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Translation. After offering my respectful obeisances unto the Lord of Lords, who is the spiritual master of the entire universe, I will now narrate 108 holy names of Lord Chaitanya, the great soul. Vishwambara, he sustains the universe. Jita Krodha, he is victorious over the influence of mundane anger. Maya Manusha Vigraha, he offers the illusory form of a human. Amai, he is bereft of fraudulent behavior. Mayinam Shrestha, he is the foremost of transcendental cheaters. Varadesha, he appears in the best of lands. Dvijotma, he is the ultimate Brahmana. Jagannath, Jagannatha Priya Sutta, he is the dearest son of Jagannath Mishra. Preeti Bhakta, he is the devotee of his father. Mahamana, he has great mental power. Lakshmi Kanta, he is the beloved husband of the goddess of fortune. Shashi Pura, he is the son of Mother Sachi. Premada, he is the bestower of ecstatic loving devotion. Bhakta Vatsalya, he is very affectionate to his devotees. Dvija Priya, he is dear to the twice initiated Brahmanas. Dvija Vara, he is the great amongst the Brahmanas. Vaishnava Prana Nayaka, he is the hero of the devotee's life and soul. Dvijadi Pujaka, he is the worshipper of the Brahmanas. Shanta, he is peaceful and saintly. Srivasa Priya, he is very dear to Srivas Pandit. Ishvara, he is the supreme controller. Tapta Khanjana Gauranga, his complexion is like molten gold. Simha Griva, his neck is like the lion's. Mahabhuja, his arms are very muscular. Pita Vasa, he wears yellow clothes when a householder. Rakta Pata, he wears red cloth when a sannyasi. Shadbhuja, he exhibits the six-armed form, Ata, and furthermore. Chaturbhuja, he exhibits a four-armed form. Dvibhuja, he exhibits a two-armed form. Gadapani, he holds the mace. Chakri, he holds the discus. Padmadara, he holds the lotus. Amala, he is sinless. Panchajanya Dhara, he holds the Panchajanya conch shell. Sharangi, he holds the bow. Venu Pani, he holds the flute. Surottama, he is the foremost of the demigods. Kamalaksheshwara, he is the lord of the lotus-eyed Lakshmi. Prita, he is beloved to all living beings. Gopa Leela Dhara, he is the abode of cow herding pastimes. Yuva, he is supremely youthful. Neela Ratna Dhara, he likes to wear sapphires. Rupya Hari, he likes to wear silver necklaces. Kaustuba Bhushana, he is adorned with Kaustuba gems. Srivatsa Lanchana, he is decorated with the mark of Srivatsa. Baswan Mani Dhrik, his form is embellished with many beautiful jewels. Kanchalochana, he has lotus petal shaped eyes. Tatanka Nila Shri, his majesty is enhanced by sapphire earrings. Rudra Leela Kari, he sometimes enacts the pastimes of Lord Shiva. Guru Priya, he is very dear to his spiritual master. Swanama Guna Vakta, He is aware of the attributes of his own holy name. Namo Padesha Dayaka. He imparts teachings about the holy names. Achandala Priya. He is dear even to the lowest outcasts. Shuddha. His character is totally immaculate. Sarva Prani Hite Ratha. He is engaged in the welfare of all living beings. Vishwarupa Nuja. He is the younger brother of Vishwarupa. Sandhya Vatara. He incarnates during the time of dusk. Shitala Shaya. He is desire of cooling the burning suffering of living beings. Nihissima Karuna. His compassion is limitless. Gupta, he is very secretive. Atma Bhakti Pravartaka, he preaches devotion unto the true self. Mahananda, he is absorbed in the greatest bliss. Nata, he behaves as Nata, he behaves as a dramatic actor. Nritya Geeta Nama Priya. He is fond of dancing, singing, and chanting the holy names. Kavi. He is learned scholar and poet. Arti Priya. He is dear to those who are suffering. Shuchi. He is meticulously clean. Shuddha. He is spotlessly pure. Bhavada. He confers ecstatic loving emotions. Bhagavat Priya, he is intimate with great devotees. Indradi Sarva Lokesha Vandita Shri Padambuja. His divine lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Indra and all the rulers of various heavenly planets. Nyasi Chudamani, he is the crest jewel of renunciate. Krishna, he is the all attractive Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sannyasa Shrama Pavana, he is the purifier of the renounced order. Chaitanya, he is the living force of all creation. Krishna Chaitanya, he is the all attractive living force. Dandadrik, he carries the staff of the renounced order. Nyasta Dandaka, he abandons the staff of the renounced order. Avaduda Priya, he is dear to the divine madman, Srila Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Shadbhuja Darshaka, he showed his six-armed form to Nityananda. Mukunda Siddhita, he gives perfection to his devotee Mukunda. Dina, he behaves with meek and humble mannerisms. Vasudevamrita Prada, he gives nectar to this devotee Vasudeva, the leper. Gadadhara Prananatha, he is the lord of the life of Gadadhar Pandit. Artiha, he removes the distress of his devotees. Sharana Prada, he destroys ultimate shelter to his he bestows ultimate shelter to his devotees. Akinchana Priya, he is dear to those who possess nothing. Prana, he is the life and soul of all creation. Guna Grahi, he accepts only the good qualities of others. Jitendriya, he is victorious over the influence of material senses. Adosha Darshi, he is blind to the faults of others. Sumukha, he has a pleasant face. Madhura, he is supremely sweet. Priya Darshana, he is very precious to behold. Pratapa Rudra Samtrata, he delivers Maharaj Prataparudra from obstacles. Ramananda Priya, he is the beloved of Ramananda Raya. Guru, he is the spiritual master of every living being. Ananta Guna Sampanna, he is endowed with limitless good qualities. Sarva Tirthaika Pavana, He is the sole purifier of all places of pilgrimage. Vaikunthanatha, he is the Lord of the spiritual world of no anxiety. Lokesha, he is the Lord of all material planets. Bhaktam Vimata Rupadrik, he assumes different forms according to the desire of his devotees. Narayana, he is the supreme shelter of all living beings. Mahayogi, he is the greatest performer of yoga. Jnana Bhakti Prada, he imparts intellectual knowledge of devotion. Prabhu, he is the Lord and Master of all. Piyusha Vanchana, his words emit showers of pure nectar. Prithvi Pavana, he is the savior of the earth. Satya Vak, he speaks truthfully. Saha, he can endure all forms of misery. Oda Desha Janan Nadi, he delights the people of Orissa. Sadomrita Rupadrik, he embodies the form of all universal nectar. It is recommended that one rises in the morning, one faithfully approaches and recites this transcendental sin destroying prayer of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the great soul. One who does will feel the awakening of ecstatic loving devotion unto Lord Hari. Of this there is no doubt. Even if one is afflicted with an incurable disease, one becomes freed from all dangers of ailment. Even if one has committed all types of offenses, one becomes freed from their effects. If one chants this great prayer with faithful and transcendental devotion on Lord Chaitanya's appearance day, the full moon day in the month of Falguna, then one perpetually attains the fulfillment of their each and every pure desire. If a devotee couple wishes to have child but are unable, then they will obtain a Vaishnava child without a doubt, and at time of death they will attain remembrance of Sri Chaitanya Deva and enter his eternal pastimes. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share the 108 names of Lord Gauranga as we prepare ourselves for Jagannath Rath Yatra and Gundicha Marjana is coming up on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Now we can do Prem Dhuni prayers. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रविजाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शता अभय चरणारविंद हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
Ja,
जय ISKCON BBT फाउंडर आचार्य श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
ja,
जय जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रविजाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शता हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज ठाकुर श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
ja,
जय अनेक कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
ja,
जय नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की
ja,
जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय
ja,
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय
ja,
वृंदावन धाम की
ja,
जय मायापुर धाम की
ja,
जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की
ja,
जय द्वारका धाम की
ja,
जय गंगा माँ यमुना माँ की
ja,
जय भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय
ja,
समवेद भक्त वृंद की
ja,
जय हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की
ja.
जय गौर प्रेमानंदी
Hare
हरि हरि
Hare
बोल.
Bol.
All glories to assembled devotees. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
All glories to assembled devotees. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
All glories to assembled devotees.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharine Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yat Kripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Gurve Gaurachandraya राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुपश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, have an amazing Krishna conscious Sunday. Hari Hari Bol.
Shri Hari Bol. Grace from Shilas Prabhuji ki jai, Saraswati Mata ji, Shruti Mata ji, all devotees ki jai. Shri Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Jai
Krishna.
Subala Gopal Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji, for hosting the call where we can all come together. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.